All right, let's go. Let's get this going. Oh, I gotta get up here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Discombobulated. How are you doing today? How am I doing today? Oh, that's what I care about. It's fucking perfect out. I am in New York City, Bushwick, to be exact. That's actually not exact. But I am in New York City, and can you hear that background noise? Just hear it. Just listen to it while I light this Parliament that Lizzie is responsible for getting me on this weekend. She's not. I'm a grown man. Am I? I've been having the best fucking birthday week ever. This comes out today. I'm going to post this as soon as this is done. But I've been having just the best time. Just hear that. You hear that? You can hear. There's people working on stuff. There's a dog. There's that dog again. There's that dog. There's that dog again. There's. Oh my God, dude! I fucking love this city, dude. Every time I fucking come here, I start imagining my life like living here, and I always love it. And then everyone's like, then just do it. Like, I really do have a lot of beautiful people in this city that really take care of me when I'm here. I could almost get emotional about it up top. I can feel it, but it's probably just this Parliament that I'm having earlier than I normally have a Parliament. Dude, I gotta check. Make sure this is filming. Gotta just double check it. Is it going? Oh, it's going. And we're going here, because if this is not, I'm not getting on this roof again. No, I'd get on this roof all the time. Oh. I got in last week. I got in on Tuesday. What did I do that night? What did I do my first night? Oh, I hope that doesn't blow my fucking phone over. Ooh, everything set up right now is so rickety. My computer setup, my fucking camera, I got it set up as stable as New York City will allow. Like, everything up here, everything in New York City feels a little, it feels stable, but it does feel like anything could break at any time here. A building, anything. But I fucking love it, dude. I almost bought a ticket one day later to stay another day. I should have, but my boy Kevin, who let me stay at his place, Kevin Casey White, I love you. Oh my God, if my camera falls, I'm going to fucking be so mad. You guys are going to hear me be mad, because then I'll break my newest phone. Dude, my old phone would not have made it here. We'll talk about New York, but I got to tell you, my old cell phone people would make fun of it, dude. People would see my cell phone, and they'd be like, what iPhone is that? And I'm like, bro, they're all the fucking same. They're like, yeah, but yours has a button. I'm like, yeah. It does. And I miss my button, dude. I got the iPhone 13, and I'm not crazy impressed. Is that where I'm going to do a review of an iPhone? No, I'm just saying that, like, the only thing I like is the battery life. My old phone would not have made it. I would have charged my phone, unplugged my phone, walked to the next Starbucks, bought a coffee, plugged it in. It would have cost me $3,000 to have a cell phone here. So luckily before I left, I got a phone, and the guy was almost like, yeah, I can't get you. It's not working right now, so you might have to come back tomorrow. And I was like, bro, I don't even know if I'll have a phone tomorrow. My phone is on hospice right now. My phone should be in a, like, if someone could see how my phone was working. Like, I had a battery and like the charging case, and it still would just like, I could like hear it suck down my energy. It was like I would start my day with 100%, go for a walk, listen to 2 songs, and look down, and it was at like 70%. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not enjoying myself today. Should I know how to get there, or should I just look at the sun? I guess I'm going to go north here. Well, Parliament's, everyone always says that the bottom has that thing so you can put cocaine in the bottom, and it's like, well, okay, that's fucking, like, no, pilots used to bite them. Well, we don't do that anymore. I don't think you can smoke in a cockpit, so why are they making them like this? It just makes you feel at the end of it makes you feel like you have one of those, like, fucking the paper straws. You're just like, okay. It's kind of falling apart. in my mouth. But I love turtles. And it's not just turtles that die from the... Not just turtles die from the straws. Like, literally a lot of animals die from the straws. Oh, my God, dude. I'm just having too much fun. I keep forgetting I'm recording the podcast because I'm on the roof just looking around, listening to that goddamn dog, dude. That dog is so New York, bro. That dog is fucking New York AF, dude. Gonna put this cigarette out and put it right in my pocket so I throw it away because this city is not a garbage can. But if you do live your life like me, you'll be in New York and it'll be very late. And you'll see one of those like little fucking just glowing lights that's like, we have hot dogs. Gatorades from the 90s. They do. They have Gatorade. They have Gatorades that you can get at those, and I don't. I get corn dogs. I got a corn dog the other day, and they can tell when you're not from here because the guy didn't even heat it up. I saw him pull it out of like an ice box, and I was like, I get some mustard, put some mustard on it, and I walked and took a bite and felt like I was eating a popsicle. Bobby, it couldn't have been that cold. You're right. I exaggerate for comedic effect. My dick's huge. If you have a fisheye lens, that would actually be cool. Is if like you're gonna have sex and you're like, hey, let's wear these, and it's like it's a fisheye lens, and so when you had sex, your dick looked really big sometimes, and then really small if it's in the periphery. That's how they shoot skate videos because that's how they like look so cool. Is like so you like kind of focus in, I guess, on like the skate trick and everything else kind of like blurs out. I guess I don't know. I broke my arm skateboarding. I'm obviously not good at it. What the fuck is I just talking about? I'm having too much fun, dude. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, fisheye lens with your dick. The those videos, like they just like it's like, you know, fucking and the guy's skating video. That's fucking crazy. Like that guy's really impressive. The guy who can skate next to the guy skating. That's fucking insane. Then he jumps off his board, fucking points his camera. Good job, Nikolai. But I think that'd be fun to do with your dick, like for some porn. I think that'd be fun. Just yeah. When that would actually be cool if when you had sex, it made the sound of grinding, like that. Not like it hurt, but it just sound like that would just be like cool. Like it sounded like you were playing Tony Hawk, and you could like if you're doing really good, like it, you know, maybe someone squirts and you hear like ding 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 ding, like you just collected skate. Oh. Let me tell you guys about this city now. I got in last week, and you know, I flew in. I've how many times have I been here now? I guess I've been here like a handful of times. Came here with my sketch group a long time ago. New York City, baby. We did shows on the road. They were not packed, but we went to see SNL, dude. We saw the rehearsal, which I would recommend if you ever go to New York and that's like a dream of yours is to see it live. Go see the rehearsal. The rehearsal is. Because you can go home and see the live one, and watching the rehearsal and seeing like they don't even have the videos done. Just so you know, I don't know if you know this. When they do like those like the video sketches, we saw one that had like CGI in it, like they just did like a little like video thing, and it still had like the markers on it and stuff. They weren't even done editing it for the show later that night. It was cool. We went to see Late Night with Seth Meyers. I can't even remember every single thing we did, but we did a lot. We did a show at the Magnet Theater, and I'm the same as when I came here this last, like the last time or the very first time, is I look around the city, dude, and I'm just like, I fly in, I'm looking out, you can see me smiling like an 8-year-old. I'm like, look at this good city. I can't ever believe that we built it. Every time I say we, dude, I hate when people do that. We're like, dude, we won the Super Bowl. I'm like, you didn't do anything. It's like that Ari Shaffir joke. He's like, oh yeah, did we win? Or whose bit is that? Yeah, he's like, oh, was that his or Stan? I can't remember whose bit, but they're like, oh, yeah, did we win Vietnam? He's like, were you there? Yeah, quote comics, you can't remember who it did. That's a good bit. Fucking idiot. Got in, was looking at the city. I got in at like, I don't know, I got into town, like dropped my stuff off probably around like noon. Kevin's roommates fucking took great care of me. Fucking James. Oh my God. Bree, Theo, everyone is so fucking sweet here. And they were talking about Kevin might be moving out. And they're like, dude, you could maybe move in here. But we'll see how they felt after living with me for a week, because they're like, dude, how are you? And then I talk for 45 minutes straight. And they're like, I wish I wouldn't have asked that. But I got in, and I think that night, I can't remember. I think I probably went to a comedy club. I think was that the night I went and saw, I think that was the night I went and saw Emma Willman. Because the next night I was doing a show in Brooklyn, or in Bushwick. So I get into town, and I see that Emma Willman is at the New York Comedy Club, and I was like, dude, I want to go see her because she's fucking hilarious. So I went to go and just watch her show, and I messaged her when I got there because I didn't want her to think like the same thing you do when it's like a Midwest comic. When you go to New York or LA, everyone thinks you want something, and I'm like, well, I already know the guys that I'm like gonna message, get me on shows, or a couple guys like vouched for me to be like, hey, you can get on this show, and so I went out just to see Emma, and I was like, hey, I'm here. I was like, I'm just excited to see your show. I'd already talked to the staff there. Everyone took fucking just great care of me. John, Ashley, Crystal, everyone made sure that they're like, where are you from? Like, I just felt really comfortable, dude. This is my favorite city. This is why I came here for my fucking 33rd birthday, my Jesus Christ birthday. This is the last year I'm alive before they crucify me because I hang out with a prostitute. Jesus Christ, give me a goddamn break. My dad made all this. Could you guys imagine if I fell right now? Who would upload this? If I fell off the roof right now sitting up here? It does look like I'm higher up, and I'll let you guys think that. I won't let you guys know if it's one or two. It is two. Is that 2-story fall I would have? That'd be a 2-story fall. Still not a great fall. Wouldn't recommend doing sitting on a ledge unless you're fucking cool. And I'm fucking not. But anyway, so I go to see Emma's show, and dude, she's just the fucking best. I can't even remember the first time we met or how we like first started talking, but like there's certain comics you meet that you just get along with so well, and they kind of you feel like you've known each other for a longer time. You guys hear that ambulance? It's not good because it's going somewhere probably to help someone. Someone's in need, but I'm still new enough in New York where I'm like, there they go, baby. Listen to the sounds of this city. Someone's heart stopping. You go get them. You go get them, everybody. Go get them. Firefighters, paramedics. My New York is like just like kind of a little speech and like, hey, my New York guys. But let me tell you about how sweet Emma is, because I get to the show, and as soon as I get there, she comes over and is like, she's like, what's up, dude? How you doing? And like gives me a hug, and I'm just like, dude, like I just felt like I just felt home. Like I just felt so good. And I actually was, because I little poor boy Bobby, I get into town and I was like, I'm gonna try to save up my money. I don't want to just come in town and just start buying pizzas left and right. So I come to the show, and I'm starting to feel like that little lightheaded, which I will neglect eating, like until I start seeing 2 of everything, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should get some protein. Cigarettes don't feed you. They're not good. You quit 17 times in the past couple months, and then you're like, hey, how about I get a headache today? Don't ever smoke cigarettes. Ever. Don't ever. No, if you're like grab one. Like be at a wedding or something like that. You hear that honk? That was an agreement honk from the city of New York. I'm such a Midwest boy. People hate that. I'm like, yeah, I love this city, dude. And I don't even know if I moved here if that would go away. Everyone says it will. But so I'm hungry. I'm like, I'll get some food probably after the show. I didn't even say anything to Emma. And Emma was like, hey, I gotta go backstage. I'll be back or whatever. And dude, she comes back with a water, a Diet Coke, a Cutie Orange, a little bit bigger than a cutie. And I think a goldfish cracker. And I was like, what is it? She was like, dude, it's free back there. Just take this. And Dan Marsalo, Story of the Year, did that to me once, too. He could tell I was just, like, hanging out with him backstage at this festival. And he's like, hey, just so you know, the drinks and food are here for free for performers. And I was like, oh, yeah, thanks, man. He's like, so you can go get some food. And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, Bobby, why don't you go get some food? I was like, thanks, dude. I am really hungry right now. So, dude, Emma took care of me like that, and that wasn't even the end of it. We watched her set. She fucking killed. And then I was hanging out with her. I go, dude, great set. And I was going to, like, just stay and watch the rest of the show. And she's like, you want to walk with me? I got a couple more sets around town. Just come with me. I was like, yeah. So I just got to run around with her. And I'm not from New York, so I don't do that. Like, if you start comedy here, I met a girl the other day. Her name was, I don't even know if she's going to keep doing stand-up, but her name's PJ. And I was like, she's like, I've been doing stand-up for a week. And I'm like, how many times have you gone up? She's like, 8. I was like, dude, in St. Louis, by the time I went up 8 times, it had been 3 years of me doing stand-up. Oh, fuck, dude. I love what I do, but it's just different than what they do out here. So that cigarette didn't hit at all. I pretended it did. Yeah, so we go from that show, and then I think where did we go from there? I think we went from the New York Comedy Club, Midtown, to the one in the East Village, I think. I think we walked from that one to that one. She had another set and introduced me to all these comics, which was so sweet. She was like, this Bobby's a comic from St. Louis, which is like, you don't even have to do that. Like, there's so many times, like, and I try to hang out in the back, and she was just like, kept introducing me to people, saying what's up, saying like, this Bobby's a funny comic from St. Louis. And I think everyone could kind of tell that I wasn't asking for anything. I've already performed at the Stand. I have my shows. I'm not last minute trying to be like, hey, I'm from the Midwest. Give me some time. And they're like, oh, the thing that we're all trying to do and pay rent way more than you to do. Yeah. Let us know what we can do for you, Bob. So I don't ask that. And I just, eventually you got to start. Once I moved here, you would have to do that. I literally said both sentences at the same time. I go, if I move here. Ooh, don't be a big old ball sack, Bob. Don't be a pussy ball sack. That would be a weird look. So yeah, we ran there, New York Comedy Club to New York Comedy Club, and then she had a set at the Stand. And we went there, and I met Joe, the manager. Dude, and here's the thing. She went backstage, and I will say this, and I don't like to just talk about inside baseball, but I'm playing the baseball on the inside. And she went backstage, and I just went and walked and sat where I've sat before, like in the back where the comics sit. And she sees me go over there, and she's like, Bobby, come here. And took me backstage and introduced me to all the comics, the fucking manager. And it just felt very loving. It just felt great. So fucking shout out to Emma Willman. If she's in your city, if you can ever go see her, you fucking absolutely have to. I'm such a fan of hers, and her taking care of me on my first night here really made it special. And then after the shows, I had so much energy in me that I did my favorite thing. I used to do it on accident in cities, is my phone would die and I would get lost. Like, I would stay with Kevin in Chicago when he lived there too, because he's the fucking best. And my phone would die, and I would just have to be like, look for landmarks, try to get in the area, and just kind of keep circumnavigating that area until I found out where I go. But when I'm lost like that, and it's not safe, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but it's just what I do. I just feel compelled. I feel so fucking compelled to just go out into the city and just explore. So I put my phone in my pocket, and I pulled it out. I mean, I would text people. I wasn't like not getting on my phone, but I was like, I'm not going to put in any addresses. I'm just going to look on the map and be like, I think I'm going uptown now. I think I'm going to Brooklyn. And I stayed out all night. I walked over. I can't remember what bridge. Fucking walked all the way across the bridge as the sun was coming up. I stayed out for 7 hours all night in New York and walked around, and I got home and I felt dead. But it was great. Just grab some food, grab some pizza, grab a drink. Fucking do it all, dude. And everyone else here is like, yeah, we're used to that, so we just go home. But I'm not. I love riding the subway. I'm such a Midwest boy, dude. Fucking getting on the subway, seeing Times Square. I'm getting over that. Like, I can already tell. Like, there's certain ones. Times Square is a place I like to take someone. You know, Times Square is a destination. Like, I remember I talked about this before, but whenever my former partner. My partner previous My prior partner, I got to see her see New York for the first time. We came up from the subway, and she got to see Times Square, and just like watching the city's lights light up and light up her face, and watching her face light up. I was like, yeah, there's something fucking special about this place, man. And that's why there's no song that's like St. Louis. I guess there are St. Louis, but it's like, if you can make it in St. Louis, you can make it anywhere. I don't know if that's true, but they say if you can make it here, you can make it everywhere. If you can make it to the shitter here, you can make it anywhere. I think Kevin was the one that told me, or it might have been someone else. I don't want to incriminate anyone, but it's just what you do here. If you come to New York, you piss in the street, because no one has public bathrooms. But if you got a shit, ooh, you are in a mission from a fucking video game, dude. All of a sudden, you're just like, you feel a little in your butt, and you're just like, uh-oh, let's figure this out. And dude, your eyes start to like work differently. You feel like the Terminator, and you're just like scanning. And I found like a hotel, and I went in, and I was like, hey, I'll buy a room to shit here. Like, I'm a little too far from Bushwick, and I need to shit right now. Ick. Yeah. So that is one thing that does scare me about living here, because I don't know if I have IBS or Crohn's, or if I just eat so poorly that my shitting schedule is about as accurate as the public transit in St. Louis. The public transit's here great. It's like, dude, there's like ride every 4 minutes. Like on certain trains, it's like every 4 minutes. In St. Louis, it's like every 4 hours, this bus might swing by here. It's not as good. Am I going to light another cigarette? You fucking know it. I also feel so like I haven't worked out since I've been here. I work out a lot. I don't work out a lot, but I do work out. But here it's cool because like you don't really have to. The city kind of like you're just going so much. Like I could feel myself at the end of the night when I was so tired from like walking around, taking photos of the city, just looking at it, being like, oh, how beautiful is this? You're just like going up the stairs and you're like, oh, my quads hurt. You're constantly just climbing around this place. And it's cool to like how quickly you can get around, that you'll be in one area and then later be looking at the area you were just at, like in like not that crazy long. If I moved here, I feel like I see everyone on bikes and stuff, but dude, that shit's scary, dude. Like I even tried to cross the bridge and there was bikes going by me on the trail. And I was like, go around me. Like I would, like when they would come by, I would like get against the wall, because it's like, dude, this city is going, dude. People don't have time to stop at all, but they are nice. Everyone here is nice. Truly, like when I say everyone, that's not everyone, but like comedians, fucking nice. Like I was hanging out last night. Oh, of course, I can't think of his fucking last name now. Matt I can't think of his name, but he was at New York Comedy Club. And just like we barely knew each other, and we just started doing bits together. It's fucking just hanging out, being cool. Like there was this dude, Isaac, I met the other night. And like, that's what I love about New York, is that no one's like, like you don't have to prove who you are first. You do, but it's like with being funny, which I prefer. Not try to be like, what are your credit? Oh, okay. Oh, you know this guy, but. And I'm gonna brag on my friend Joe Nunnick, dude. My buddy Joe and Lizzie have been hanging out with a lot this week. Lizzie Cassidy. Could you imagine I light this Parliament and plummet to my death? I would finish the cig on the way down. But the cool thing about like being on the road and stuff is that, you're this fresh face. If you're fun, people like hanging out with you. Like I saw, dude, another comedian, Pat. I can't think of anyone's fucking last name right now. I'm so fucking exhausted. From Atlantic City. Another story we'll have to talk about. But yeah, all these comics that were just like doing bits with each other, like outside hanging out. That's what I prefer, to be like, oh, this guy, I can tell this guy's funny. But then people will ask me like, well, hey, how'd you get on the show? Like, who do you know? And stuff like that. And be like, oh, John, I did a show at Barbershop. It's Ronnie's show. And Joe Nunnick was like, yeah, my buddy Bobby, he's in town. Like if he would do a good spot. If you have any spots, he would do a good job. And he got me on both the 8 o'clock and the 10 o'clock show at Barbershop. And I would be like, oh, yeah, my buddy Joe Nunnick. And, dude, it was so fucking cool. Because I'm not competitive, like especially with your friends. You're happy for them. But it was just cool to have people be. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here. I usually stay with Joe Nunnick in the past, but I'm just. And I was like, oh Joe, dude, he's fucking killing it, and he really is, dude. He's fucking killing it. And then I bring up Lizzie, and I was like, oh dude, she's killing it. I didn't get to see their sets, but she hosted Comedians You Should Know, and Joe did a spot, and everyone just like. Everyone was coming up to him being like, dude, you guys killed it. You guys, it's just like, it's fucking amazing, dude. I'm so happy for all my friends. And I'll be like, they're like, who are you staying with? I'm like, oh, I'm staying at Kevin Casey White's. They're like, oh, dude, yeah, I know him. And like, it's great. I was on the subway and I ran into my buddy Aaron, like this huge city. I just saw him and we went out and grabbed drinks. Like, fuck, this city rules, dude. I could talk about it forever, dude. I'll be honest. That is actually a fear of mine of moving here because I think about stand-up differently because everyone says to think about, like, to be, like, unique, and I feel like living in St. Louis and traveling all over is a unique thing to do, but everyone's like, nah, you got to move to New York. And when I see people do 3 sets, I'm like, you're right, but if I moved here and New York City, like, this is such a great city that if it killed my soul and I got sad when I was here, that would fucking, God, that would just suck. You wouldn't do that to me, would you, New York? I just heard a guy shit. Oh my God, dude, I saw piles. Dude, when you see piles of shit and you start to get used to it, like I saw a pile of shit and it's like, usually in St. Louis, you see a pile of shit, you just go home. You're like, my day's done. I saw shit today. In New York, you're like, oh God, I guess I walked through it. All right, here we go. Shit shoes today. When you go to people's houses, you have to take your shoes off here. Same in LA. Like in the Midwest, dude, you sleep with your shoes on in bed, dude, and people are like, nah, that's not that dirty. But here, it's dirty. Every time, dude, I sat down on the subway and this girl goes, look, and I looked down and I was like sitting, I was like, oh, what am I sitting in? And dude, it was definitely just coffee because it was all the way down and it was sticky on the ground and I licked it. It was fine. It wasn't as bad as everyone made it seem. But I did, my hat touched the side of it and I was like, should I throw this away? And there's, dude, everyone here is beautiful. Guys and girls alike, dude. Dude, everyone here, you're like, I don't care what sexuality you are. You'll see a guy here, they'll be like, we can start a life together. My buddy's roommate's like that. I won't say which one. They're all beautiful in their own right, but one of them is so attractive that he walked in one time, we were just staring at him. And he's like, okay, and walked away. I was like, you think he felt weird we were just staring at him because how hot he is? What a good dude. Bobby, just date dudes. No, it tickles. Man. So, yeah, I did, on Wednesday night, I did Wacky Shack. And we ran around and went and saw some shows. Thursday, I did a show at Black Betty's over in Jersey. And, dude, my card didn't work. My card just stopped working. Everywhere was like declined. And I was like, it's not declined. And I had to call my bank and they're like, yeah, we thought it was fraudulent. And I was like, but I put in my travel notification. Why the fuck would I put in my travel notification if it's not going to work? She's like, maybe try another terminal. And it was raining. I go, oh, so I have to go to a different place to use this? And it was like a whole fucking ordeal. And I was like, I only have this, dude, I have another card, but like, dude, I couldn't imagine being in the city and you're just out of money. You're just like, whoops. But you can jump the turnstiles. You could just jump them. I did it the other day and I was like, oh, fucking say something to me. I tried to swipe it, but it said I swiped it over there. And now I can't swipe it over here because I made one fucking mistake and went to the wrong fucking spot. Don't get mad at me, man. I got kicked out of Central Park. Don't go there at night. I was this night and I was like, oh, park. And he's like, so you can't be here. And that is the thing, is that like, if you're in the Midwest, dude, like if like a security guard or something comes up to you, like they can't wait to tell you can't be here. In New York, dude, I went places you really can't go. Like I rode my fucking city bike through like the Brooklyn Navy Yard because that's where my grandpa was. He was stationed there. And so I just like fucking rode my bike around there for a little bit. I was like, dude, you can't, it's like authorized vehicles only. And it seemed like night you shouldn't go there. But I fucking went there and I saw a security guard. He couldn't have given 2 fucks less. Everyone's busy, dude. There's real crime here. Let people fucking do their thing. Let people live their lives. In New York City, baby. Woo, 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 woo. Damn, I hate that I got tonight. And then I leave tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to leave you, I love you, New York. Fucking love you. I was just in LA and I love LA. It's fun. I really do love it. The weather and everything, but you can't beat the fucking people here. You can't beat them up. No, you can't beat them here. Here, it's here. This place rules. And then Austin, Texas. Those are the two places I would want to maybe, if I was going to leave St. Louis. But I fucking love being a nomad, dude. Except for that I'm mad all the time, Oh, fuck. I will tell you guys, I'll probably save talking about Atlantic City for another time, because that was a whole trip in itself, dude. From the Greyhound bus dilemmas. I knew I was never going to ride one again, but I was like, I had a show. And I took my buddy Joe Nunnick. I was like, dude, come do the show. I want you to meet the booker and everything. And the booker wanted to meet him because Joe's killing it. And he was like, yeah, well, let's just take a Greyhound, buddy. It would probably be the quickest way. There's New Jersey Transit too. But I was like, yeah, let's just take a Greyhound. And it was a fucking nightmare. But then we got there, did a show. Dude, I run into people. I'm so fucking good at this. I almost fell. I'm so good at this thing that I'll go to a place and I just run into people. We landed in Atlantic City, and then this guy Pete, he was like, Bobby, who's the guy I met the last time I was there when I was opening for Nikki Glazer. And it's just like, and he's like, dude, get in a ride. Are you going to Matt's show? Like, Matt Bridgestone booked us on these 3 shows in Atlantic City. And I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, hop in, I'll take you there. My buddy's like, dude, how did that happen? Do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah, dude, I met him the last time I was here. And he goes, you don't remember me? And I go, yeah, dude. And I said his last name to him. He's like, holy shit, you do remember me. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Pete. Oh man, this huge shit just hit my lower butt. I could fucking poop real bad right now. Ooh, poopy boppy. Ouch. I can't even believe when I was a kid, dude, I would hold in my shit all day. I would go home sick from school. Why'd you do that? Well, when I was in kindergarten, my biggest fear, I think I have premonitions, but my biggest fucking fear was that on my first day of school, I remember this lady who was like friends with my mom. She was like, "What? Are you nervous about your first day of kindergarten?" I swear to God, I remember saying, "Yeah, what if I can't reach the toilet paper?" And she's like, "That's silly." And it wasn't that, but I went to go shit when I was a kid. I was like, kindergarten, first day, first shit. And these little fucking first graders like Beavis and Butthead laughed at me through this crack while shit was coming out of my crack. And ever since then, I couldn't shit at school. I'm so jealous of people who can just sit down and fucking just plow it out. I still sit down. I pull my ass cheeks apart and try to let it blap. And if you don't like shit talk, what are you doing? Listen to this. So yeah, I have that. I have a weird thing, and I do still kind of have it. Like, even whenever I'm shitting here, like, you don't like to hear the roommate shit, but it's like when you hear someone else shit, you don't care. You are like, what a loser. You're all done with that. Y'all done with that shit? You're trying to get it out? I've been eating like way too much since I've been here. Oh my God, I eat every night. I've eaten a bag of chips. The city takes it out of you, dude. You got to get some chips in you. But before I came here, I've been like, there's this thing about being poor that makes you in shape. And I've been feeling great and taking shits only when I need to. But now I've been eating like shit and shitting a lot worse than I should have to. What are you going to do? Yeah, tonight I got what other shows did I do? And then Friday I did the 2 shows at Barbershop. What did I do on Sunday? Oh, Sunday we got home and from Atlantic City, and then I went and saw Lizzie Cassidy, my friend. She was hosting at the New York Comedy Club, and she fucking crushed. And and then afterwards I went to the Stand, and dude, I saw Sean Patton. He fucking ripped, dude. If you've never seen that guy live, you have to. He's like, dude, he's got like I was telling the manager there. He was like, I was like, dude, he's just got this like fucking cool thing where like he'll take you on this journey that you're like, I've thought that and I agree with it. That's awesome. And then he'll say something so fucking wild that the audience is like, what? And then he'll double down on it, and you're just, hey, stop honking. You'll like double down on it, and then like dude, he just like he'll say like something dark and be like, that's the fucking funniest thing I've heard about that. Bobby, you're doing a terrible job of explaining this. Yeah, I'm saying go see him live, motherfuckers. God, I love live stand-up. I'm so fucking... dude, what... I don't know what you're doing with your life, but if you've ever wanted to do stand-up, dude, it's the best thing I've ever done. I was sitting in New York, and I've thought about this before, but you remember that scene in Men in Black? Dude, I thought about it, and it came up on my algorithm. I didn't even talk about it. And that fucking scene came up with Agent J and K, and he's like trying to decide if he wants to be in the Men in Black, and he's like, K, is it worth it? And then they slapped Chris Rock. And then he's like, oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough. And I know I'm talking about a movie that's not a Disney movie, but might as well be. But I was like, I always have that thought when I'm like around it. I'm like, comedy's like that. New York, living here would really be like the true test, I think. But doing stand-up, I always feel like that. Like, if you're strong enough, you will make it. Like, because it is fucking tough. It'll kill you. You'll cry your eyes out. You'll wish you, like, went to college. But those are so, like, few and far between, like, the friends that you meet, the best times. Like, me and Joe Nunnick, when we were in Jersey, we went to the Atlantic Ocean, and we went to the beach where his buddy lived. And we just like skinny dipped in the fucking ocean, dude. It was awesome. His one buddy was cool, kept trying to hug me a little too much. He's like, dude, I'm like, all right, yeah, boys in the moonlight. And then by the 17th hug, I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little naked right now. But I told Joe at one point, I was like, dude, what? It was like fucking 4 a.m. and we're in the Atlantic Ocean. And there was no one on the beach. I was like, dude, what comics are having this much fucking fun right now? And that's what you'll get with comedy is you'll have a great night. And then you go home and that was a great night. But you also hang out with comics and fucking end up naked in the ocean. And you're like, dude, what else would I be doing with my life? This is the best job of all time, dude. I don't care that I don't have money. I don't care that I had a career or anything before that I could have kept doing. I love it, dude. There's guys fucking skateboarding right now. I'm on the roof like fucking a Ninja Turtle, dude. I love it up here, dude. So, you know, if you've ever wanted to do this, I can't recommend it enough. Unless you suck, don't do it, dude. Please take a break and don't fucking do it, dude. Tonight I'm doing the only open mics I've done this week. My friend Lizzie, she's got a show. I got to find out where that's at. We should be recording a podcast later unless she gets tired. That was my Bill Burr. And she gets fucking tired. And then she's got a mic, and then I'm going to go to my buddy Kevin O'Brien's mic. But I've just had the best fucking time. I had the best birthday. A month ago I was like, that's where you're going to go. Don't be in St. Louis, because it's always so weird. Like, you guys want to go get dinner? Here, people didn't even know it was my birthday. Later, like, dude, is it your birthday? I'm like, it is. I didn't drink at all on my birthday. I don't think I've done that in a decade. I've always done some kind of intoxicant or I've always taken something on my birthday. And this year I didn't. I mean, I smoked weed. I don't like, that's not, people are like, that's not a drug. I'm like, it is. It's just not a end your life drug. It might be. They might find out that there's like, oh, it does some damage to your brain. I'm like, that's just my brain. But to not drink on my birthday Felt fucking great. And I did drink a couple times this week. I had some wine at the Go-Go bar. And I think the other night I grabbed a beer with my buddy Aaron because I bought him a beer. I was like, I'll grab a beer with you. But I'm just over it, dude. And to not drink on my birthday and still be having fun, that's how you know you're like in the right spot. Yeah, I'm getting over it. I think I'm over drinking. It doesn't feel the same. I like wine. I like that light feeling, that like kind of like light buzz that you can get. But I don't like the stomach aches with beer. And dude, we did a shot the other night. Someone who bought us a shot. Fuck, where were we? We all did shots. What the fuck? Where do we do shots at? I can't even, dude, it's been a long week. I can't even remember where I did shots at, but we did it. As soon as I did it, I was like, ugh. I don't like that. So, turn over a new leaf. When I go home, I've been promised myself I have so much to do when I get back to St. Louis, but I promise you, the only thing I care about is getting back on the road. And maybe getting a car, but if I move to New York, guess who doesn't need a car? But if I don't move, it's not because I'm a big sissy. Oh, no. Oh, no. My fucking camera's almost about to die. That's not good. I'll have to end the pod soon so that it doesn't end. Yeah, I'll wrap it up. Yeah, Bob was not drinking. He's having the best time in New York, and I tell you what, I do want to move here. I've always had it, and I've had people offer me. They're like, you could work here, you could do this, and I might pull that trigger. But if I don't, I'll still do. The stand up is the thing that matters. This is just a place, and even though it's the best fucking place I've ever been in my life, stand up is like that's what matters. Like if I didn't do stand up, I wouldn't move to New York. But I will keep coming to visit. I can visit more and more and more, and that would be cool. To be bi-coastal would be sick. To be bi would be even cooler. That'd be such a good bi guy. Oh, wait. Let me turn on my charger. Come on. Charger should be on. Anyway. I could just end the pod now. That's what I'm going to do. Cigarette's done. Life's great. Do what you love. Don't be scared. I'm telling that to you and myself. Be kind to people. But I've learned this week that you don't have to be over nice. You don't have to be a people pleaser, because I've learned that here with people is no one's a people pleaser, and by not doing that, people are just kind, and that seems sweeter. It came from that Midwest love where everyone's just nice, but then it's kind of artificial love. But here people give real love and people help you. Like I've been lost and looking around, and dude, I can't tell you the amount of times people have been like, do you know where you're going? Or like I got on the wrong subway platform and it was closed, and I was like, where do I go? She's like, we just go up here and we'll go down, and like everyone's been sweet. So I love it. That's the pod. You're great. I'm great. Love is great. Kiss people that want it. And please don't make fun of my little dick anymore. All right. Love you. That's the pod. That's everything. Bye-bye.